Eric Mink, the guy who is in charge of AI and everything about AI at Pax8. And I'm really happy that we have a chance to have a conversation, Eric, at beautiful Pax8.
Yeah, thank you. Should I introduce myself or yeah? So I joined Pax8 4.5 years ago. We sold our company to Pax8. We had a very similar company in Western Europe, and yeah, after the acquisition, I joined Pax8 as a CTO for EMEA, and then that eventually evolved in an AI role. So I was the first person in Pax8 to have a dedicated AI role. That's a bit more than a year ago. And yeah, the first thing I did was talk to partners, go to events, and looked at the channel. But is the impact of AI on the channel, right? So, and how do we transform all of our resellers into MIP? We already had the ideas around MIP, but we didn't have a company vision like this yet, right? And what we have now, man, it's this size of a company, making this shift and making this bold statements around MIP, right? So it's not only a vision for the channel, but also for us as a company, right? So yeah.
The statements are absolutely bold. I went to Denver, and in Denver, I was already super impressed with the vision and where Pax8 is taking channel. Now you are doubling down on the guidance and the direction for the MSPs to become MIPs. It's absolutely amazing, I must say that.
Yeah, so during Beyond in Denver, we released the Agentic Inflection Point as a white paper, right? And if you read through it, this is all about the why. Why is AI impacting the industry, and why do we have to transform, right? But now we also released the MIP Playbook, and this is all about the how, right? So how do we transform? How do we need to do upskilling? How do we monetize, right? So we are really uncovering everything.
There are 5 plays in the playbook, and I've seen the playbook. It's absolutely comprehensive, amazing. The 5 plays taking the partners on a very specific steps they need to take to become the managed intelligence provider.
Yeah, exactly. And with this whole vision, it's really critical that in our ability to guide these partners on this journey, right? And our ability to bring the partners really close to end customer process. And that's the whole trick here. And that's where most of the automation relies, right? So, and yeah, it's a different way of thinking for resellers, right? So they have to get into that transformative thinking and look at their customer base and what are the most common processes and where can we automate, right? And a lot of that is exactly what's coming also in the Pax8 agent store. I can't uncover everything, but it's maybe a little bit of a hint, right? So, but yeah, guiding these partners also with agents to get into transformative thinking and teams of agents working for the partner to discover all of these process opportunities, automation opportunities within their end customers, right? And really guide them in becoming an MIP, right? So that's not only on the AI and the agent side that we are building, but also on the content side, right? So we are expanding again all of direct growth and with real use cases, right? And if we look at all of our partners, reseller, their customer bases, right? What are the most common types of customers, right? So one of them, for example, is utilities companies. And they offer, for example, gas heating installation, but also a maintenance contract on it, solar, heat pumps, and all of that kind of services. And so we took that case, and we now have built out a use case that will be also doing hands-on here at the event. And so partners will bring their laptops. We will use Azure AI Foundry, and we will bring all of these end customer data sources together and let AI reason over it. What can we learn from all of these data points, right? So what is the potential upsell opportunities? What is the possible churn? Maybe that house is listed for sale, so then it's a red flag, right? So we have to connect with the end customer. So yeah,
It looks like it for me from the whole message that Pax8 is sending to the MSP. It looks like managed service providers will have to transform to like a business advisor, so business process reengineering specialists. How are we all going to help them to become the business process re-engineers?
yeah, so that is where guided growth comes in, right? So we have published all of this content, and it's also becoming a program where partners can sign up and hop on every stage of their journey, right? So in every stage of the journey, there's a lot of content around it, and they need more details, right? They need architecture diagrams, real life use cases, right? And So what I did here in EMEA, I've been experienced MIP in real life because I've built my own team with AI and automation engineers, and to also start building and getting that experience, right, and translating that into new professional services for partners. We can do sessions with our partners and their end customers together, right? So how we approach and look at end customer process and then show them how it's being done, right?
So you've already done some of the transformation internally, and you have already some of the experience.
Yeah. So the hands-on lab session we will be doing here in about an hour, that is being led by a product owner. So and that product owner has 4 AI and automation engineers in his team. And what we did within Pax8, we created a program where every single employee that has an idea can some sort of like an idea box maybe, and but it has an agent you can have a conversation with about your process and where you think AI can maybe being leveraged or the process can be enhanced with AI. It comes into a backlog. We will do automated eye scoring on it, and it will already pre-build some of the workflows, and it will do an ROI calculation, right? So, and then it ends up within my Spark team, and the AI engineers can then start building together with the product owner, right? We build story points, and that's how you build up an innovation team, right? So, and bringing in that focus, but also let them learn by failing really fast, right? So these were the guys that I asked to join the team. These were not AI and automation engineers. They were not even all technical, right? So one was a commercial guy, and one was a solution engineer, someone from ProServe. Throw them in the team and bring in focus. This is the goal. This is the outcome we want to achieve, right? So it's outcome-based engineering, and they started experiencing it, right? And failing a lot, and but learning it as a steep curve, right? And but it's only been 2.5 months now, and they are already building MVPs, and it can be done really fast.
As you can see, this is one of the reasons why I come to Pax8 Beyond, because not only did I get the vision from Scott, from the CEO of Pax8 on stage, which the presentation was amazing, but I also get like a documentation, those white papers and the documents and the playbooks that I can really learn the next steps for the MSP. But there are also demo sessions, effectively demo sessions, how to put all this thing into the live. Correct, Eric?
Correct. Yeah, so during that session we will be connecting to GPT models in Azure, for example, and how do you bring all of these data sources together? How do you set the instructions for all the team of agents to reason over that data, right? So we are exactly showing them how to do it, and we are doing this with a virtual lab environment, and the company behind that is Scalable, and so we will be building out that partnership with Scalable later on. So we will also have, for example, if you are in guided growth and you've completed a course, you will have a question. Do you want to experience this hands-on? Right? So click on the link and the virtual environment spins up. When you log out, all of it is wiped again, right? So you can experience all of the tooling and tech.
So the only concern that I have is, frankly saying, you have 1,000 partners here at the Pax8 Beyond, okay? And there are probably like 100,000 partners in the EMEA. How do we bring this fantastic knowledge, this fantastic content, the vision, everything to the very broad community, especially that most of the European partners did not even make the move from the simple reseller to a managed service provider?
Fix and onto managed services, and then the next jump is of course MIP. Yeah, and it's or investment in the community. You have heard, of course, Rob Ray on stage, right? So it's all an investment in the community, doing these type of events, and yeah, and we are going forward, right? So and this is the company's vision, and we are on all in, right? So
The company is growing super fast, and it's gaining from the last year beyond, where we had 500 participants in Berlin. This year, 1,000, over 1,000. So we are doubling. And Rob on stage said he wants to further double it down. I think it's up to you guys to basically sign up with Pax8 and go and try to link with Eric on LinkedIn, and to try the marketplace and to check it out, check out the integration hub, check out the marketplace, the agent store that was announced today. What is the best way to engage with Pax8?
yeah, just reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can talk to any Pax8er, right? And they're all passionate, right? So and they all believe in this vision, and yeah, just reach out. It's easy, right? So and yeah.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thanks for sharing the concept that like doing a deep dive on the concept that I've heard today, and for the great conversation. Fantastic event, and I'm looking forward to go either to Salt Lake City or Copenhagen next year, or both.
Thank you.
Thank you.